Chicago is the Steppin' capital of the world. That's if you ask the godfather of Steppin' himself, DJ Sam Chatman, who's credited with coining the term. And though the dance craze's popularity has spread across the country, no one can do it quite like the hometown originators. This Black History Month, we take a look at the culture and history of Steppin'.
I started on the west side, Barbara's Peppermint Lounge, MGM Grand. From there, it just exploded.
Before Steppin' became Steppin', it was known as bopping. But DJ Sam Chatman coined the phrase in the 1960s after admiring a friend's moves on the dance floor.
Draper would be dancing with a lady and I would say, step on Draper, step on Draper. And the word stepping, next thing I knew, I was putting it on a flyer.
Its popularity expanded, and other fellow West Siders became inspired to host parties to resist the disco era.
We had nowhere to go. So I had this idea that, hey, I'm going to keep our music alive.
A woman fondly known as Black Mary Harris hosted Steppin' events for more than 60 years. At 17 years old, she says she became a residential sweetheart for a social club, and the environment inspired her to host her own parties.
We almost got shut down because we had so many people up there.
Before graduating to big venues and clubs across the South Side, Harris and her crew used whatever location was available.
Anybody that had a basement that we could use, we would pay them a certain amount of money and fill out those index cards, pass them out, and had a DJ, and we just danced all night. It took me almost 4 years to get one party off the ground, and look what that party has turned into. We're all over the world now.
Harris says hosting a Steppers event doesn't require much, but a few essentials.
The music had to be off the chain, and the venue had to be bathrooms, good parking, and a good dance floor. Back in the day when we learned to dance, it was always, if the man could do it, I could do it. So you're not going to outdo me. Because if you do it, baby, I'm coming back with it.
Steppin' requires a certain skill set.
They practice these moves over and over, and they get them down, they perfect them.
If he did something and I did something, or we did it together, it was the blendingness, it was the footwork, it was the mannerism of how you move your body.
And though other cities have adopted Steppin', Chicagoans can always claim the original set.
We are the Steppers capital of the world.
Nobody can do it like Chicago, because first of all, Detroit, Atlanta, but Chicago, we do it 7 days a week, every day, and all of them will be packed.
And in addition to their moves, Steppers always have to bring their looks.
You go to a Steppers event, everybody is sharp. The colors, the outfits, your shoes had to be right, because everybody watching your feet.
And what's more, Steppin' provided people with a space to let loose and relieve their worries.
I would tell them when I first started my party, leave all that mess outside. You come in here, free spirit, have a good time. Pick it up when you leave my party.
And even as new dances emerge, Chatman remained confident that Steppin' will never leave the dance floor.
Where did I see Steppin' going? And I said, we haven't even scratched the surface, because I'm noticing parents and grandparents are teaching their children, their babies, to step.
Steppin' lives on, and though it originated on the West Side, Steppin' is just as popular on the city's South Side and, of course, throughout Chicago.